The target diameter was 26 inches and we come out to 25. And one reason why it's under is this was based on a 3-inch wide board or slat, and we are almost 1/8 of an inch shy of 3 inches. So that made the difference, but that's very acceptable because the disc that I had cut, I allowed 1 inch overlap on each side. I don't know what it's going to be when it's wet. It'll be slightly larger, but being undersized a little bit is good, and I knew that when I was putting it together. So glued up real nice. This is Danish oil finish and one more coat and we're ready to put the drum top on. This bison hide has been soaking in this tub for 3 days. And the thickness looks like it had doubled. And the dimension was 25 when I put it in. It's now 28. So it expanded in all directions. I'm going to lay out punch holes. So what I do is I fold it in half. And mark both sides this way. And you have to use a carpenter's pencil. Ink or magic markers will not write on a wet surface. Line these marks up, fold, and do the same thing here and here. Okay, those are marked. Now we do these marks together. Making sure I still have them marked. That gave me 8. Make sure I still see them.
Now that I have the whole perimeter punched, I need a second hole. And what I'm going to do is go to the left side of each one of these about 3/4 of an inch. So from here, about 3/4 of an inch. And punch a second hole. I'm going to do this with each one of them. You can tell when the punch goes all the way through it, the pitch or sound changes when it's striking the block. Notice I'm skipping one, so when I come back, it'll crisscross. And I'm trying to keep this from twisting as it expands between the two drum heads. And I'm going from the outside in. And right here, I need to get these out. Like that. This is where the first one started and ended. And it's not tied off because I have to tighten the entire drum head. After it's tightened, it'll be tied off. Okay, I'm tightening the lacing, and this is already the third time that I've gone around it. Okay, one more. I'm starting from here. I'll do both cords one more time. I'm going to tie this off. Temporary tie. And when this dries, it's going to shrink, so it'll be real tight. The lacing I had soaked for 2 weeks. I had it in a Ziploc bag. I had put some bleach water in because I saw some mold wanting to grow on it. And the heavy canvas, not canvas, the heavy hide, thicker one, was submerged for 3 days. So it should be pretty tight when it's dry. Okay, I found out when the drums are drying, if these are left pushed out, that they will stay that way. So I found out that if I take a strap like this one and then go around it, this will hold them down. That doesn't work. It'll hold it down and let them dry flat. Here, both straps are on, and it's pretty much holding these down. And when they shrink, it should be nice and tight. That's as tight as I could draw these bands. And all this should shrink, and hopefully it'll have a good sound when it's done. Real heavy leather or rawhide. This is bear grease, and I'm going to use about half a teaspoon or so, teaspoon maybe, of the bear grease, and rub it into the surface of the drum. After I rub this in, I'll set it out in the sun. That will bake it into the hide. Right now it feels greasy, but after it's sitting outside for a while, it should absorb into the rawhide. By doing this, it'll keep the hide from absorbing moisture out of the air. It'll keep it taut longer. This is how I calculated the number of slats that I need for the drum frame and the angle at which the slats are cut. So my finished dimension, I want approximately 26 inches across. The circumference of 26 inch would be pi times diameter. So 3.14 times 26 gives you 81.68. From that dimension, I want my slats to be approximately 3 inches across, right here. And what I did, I'm using a 2x4. I selected clean grain, tight, clean grain 2x4s. I planed it down to approximately 1.25 inches thickness, and then the 2x4 is 3.5 inches across. So 3 inch sounded like a good dimension to cut for that. So using 3 inches, divide that into 81, and that gives you 27. So that'll be 27 slats approximately will give me that dimension. Now the angle that I need to cut on these slats, take 360, divide by 27. Here I jumped ahead a little bit. 360 divided by 27 is 13.33. That's the angle of the joint. Since there's 2 parts to the joint, 2 slats, it's half of that. So that would be the 6.66, which is 6 2/3 degree. So that's how that angle come out for the individual slat. So the pine that's in the 2x4s, being a softer wood, if there's a slight error, it can be squeezed a little bit. It gives you a little bit of play, and this worked out. The dimension of the drum base can vary by changing the dimension of the slats. So if you want a larger dimension, just increase that. Smaller, cut it down. You can just roughly play with it that way. When I finished the drum, the finished dimension came out to be 25 inches across, which that's good because the leather or rawhide that I'm using gives you the play where it can be taken up on the side edges.